We got a lot of Odion hype and a lot of 2012 hype for you today. As you guys smash the crap out of that subscribe button and leave a comment down below. Want to be walking away with a booster pack as per usual. So what in the world is going on today? Well, it would appear that one of my favorite formats in the game's history is starting to take off, and it is September 2012 format out here. We are gaining a lot of momentum right now with things like Shockmaster actually having a major uptick. This is actually really, really cool to see. And you know, a lot of people look back at this format and they're like, oh, you know, like this stuff is awful. You know, like who wants back Shockmaster? Shockmaster was, I mean, it was not a hard thing to deal with. These are, you know, $25, and then, you know, you head on up to 28, on up to like 45 there. And your sales, I mean, 25 is going to be about where you're going to be looking. But yeah, it was like September has been taking off, and also down here, OG Shockmasters, the supers from the 10s from this year, have also been heading on up here. Funny enough, you know, these are the only two prints that Shockmaster actually really has, and you're seeing an uptick on both. All right. Wind-up cards. So Wind-up was one of the best decks from 2012. You know, you also had Gadgets, Agents. You did have an offshoot of Heroes. I think there was Dark World, Geargia. It's a very, very good format on paper, but as you can see here, Mr. Wind-Up Rabbit himself chugging on along here, coming in $12 on up to, you know, like 16. So, you know, we got some value being had down here. Wind-Up Factory still decently cheap, but, you know, this card is disappearing off of the market. You can see your uptick actually happening here. Yeah, solidly. Eventually hit the $8 mark, which is a little bit obnoxious. You've had sales at 8s, but it's happening. And then, of course, the Wind-Up Rat himself. You got to remember, this card did some very, very, very dangerous things back in the day. And, you know, even at the limitations that we had with this, it's kind of nuts. You're looking at, if you want a near mint rabbit or rat, you're looking at about $20. Which is more than I would want to be throwing at the screen for this right now, to be honest with you. Your highest sales, you did have 2 sell at $20. Oh no, you had 2 sell at 26, or 3 for 26. I guess somebody really wanted to play set of these things, but I guess if you're coming through here and you're wanting to pick up like a complete set of these to have, that's nuts. But once again, older format hype, everybody. You know, you see it all the time. 2012 was one of the most underrated formats that we have had, and I love this format. I do. I had a lot of success during it. It was definitely a very, very, very fun time in the game's history. And of course, I guess Dolka needs to be going up too. Dolka's not really experiencing too much of a hype train with this. It is enough that, I mean, like, oh no, mod plays are, you know, $5-6, which do have very unfun memories of dealing with the stuff with this. Somebody actually spent $22 to get a first ed of this, which is crazy to think about, but okay, we've also got Logia down here as well. This is another one of the ones that you're going to want to be keeping an eye on, but you're heading on up to 17 in order to get like a first set of this too. Gosh, man, like 19, heading on up even further beyond this. 22, yeah, you're hitting 32 for light play first ed. That's crazy. Also, Platinum Secret Thunder Kings heading on up to the $5 mark. Wow. They really do work pretty quick back here. Also, we do have some oddities in the quarter century department kind of taking off right now. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to spend $18 on junk synchrons right now. I honestly think that this is kind of crazy, but this is one of those situations where you're just like, oh, okay. Oh man, you gotta love the sneezes coming in at the absolute wrong times. But 16, 15, and then 11s. You have a couple of these taking place in between places, but your lowest right now, you've got 18, 20, and then 23, which I am genuinely kind of surprised that this has been escalating up as quickly as it has. I love checking on these. Also, Brain Control's like $28 now. Also, Mirror Force is on buyout status. If you, once again, older formats, they love their Mirror Force. Card is incredibly niche now, but if you're looking at these, 40, 36, 46, 55, 50, 46, like this card, I'm not spending $50 for a Mirror Force. I will say, though, the German version does look very, very nice, but Euro English for 50 also, but that's so much money. And then, of course, we've also got the Quick Draw Synchron back here. 11 listings for this. I'd like to give a shout out to Edison Format for probably being one of the major catalysts that has been pushing this stuff up right now. But this is freaking awful, man. $16 heading on up to 20, 22, 23, and we just continue to rocket on up. That's wild. And even in like completed here, you're not like seeing a crazy uptick for this. But yeah, so once again, I mean, your old format stuff is going at an alarming rate, and it's interesting to kind of think about out here on the long term, how some of this stuff is probably never going to repopulate, and how you're going to continue to see this stuff get decimated as the markets continue to, topple over. Now we got to go back to Maze of the Master out here. We've got more and more turnover happening with this set. It's going to continue to happen. Now, obviously, 7 Tachyon, nothing really too crazy here. Still 106. And, of course, $63 on this. Boxes are down to $56. That's freaking disgusting. Holy crap. And then Perulia's collector's rares are down to 44. These have actually dropped. Now, Man with the Mark, we are on buyout status right now. The Odion deck has been gaining so much momentum. People have been figuring out, oh, hey, this deck is actually real. We can do things with this. That's awesome. I want people to be excited to play things like this. But this is just another day in the office, man. It's crazy. Last Judge collector's rares are now $46. Tachyons are down to 30s, and the Silent Magicians bombed out down to 30 as well. Okay. Perulia is still holding the 30s, not really shocked there. And your Temple of the Kings at 35s on up to 40s and actually moving. Well, I can't say I'm not surprised about that. We've also had a little bit of movement in the Union activation area. These are like $4. We've also got primals. Also, hold on here. We got to shift this back to high to low. Okay, we're good now. A lot of these Odion buyouts. Very, very interesting. Hey, look. $24. The Aqua Angels, $20. Draguxion, $19. Okay. Your Primal Collector's Rares, $19. I will tell you, though, this card looks very, very nice. Surrogate, coming in at $20 now. That's okay. Last Judge is a $17 card. Well, if you didn't pick it up when you had the chance, very sorry for your loss. Your X Cross Cannons are 14s. Regular Man with the Marks are $14 right now. Glider Beast Rediaris, $10 for the CRs. And of course, Embodiments. This card is held at $11 this entire time. It's genuinely like very, very interesting to see. All right, we move further down here in this. Oh, look, the Winged Dragon Ra Immortal Phoenix, $10. Temple of the Kings, now a $10 card. Union Controllers, these are still $8. We got Schwarzschild Dragons, 7s. Apophis the Serpents, $6. A to Z Energy Load, LOL, worth like $5 for the CR. CR X Cross Cannon, $5. Primals down to 5s. Union activations, so bad. But overall, like, it's Odion. It's just Odion this, Odion that. You got a lot of people that are just excited for this. There's your Trickster Aqua Angels for 2s, You can now pick those up and play the deck. Okay, what else we got going on back here? Statue of Anguish. Holy crap, man. If there was ever a time to go through bulk and, hope that you have these. Right now, a Statue of Anguish pattern is going to cost you $5 on up to $6. This is honestly kind of horrifying right now to be seeing. I cannot believe I need to go through 2016 bulk and go pull these, because $6 a card is absurd. And the fact that people are paying it too. And then, of course, Gallant Granites. This has also been kind of coming up as like a little side card out here. More and more people have been like, oh, hey, you know, can we like get some Gallant Granite action going on? I mean, yeah, being able to pull for any, you know, rock monster is particularly valuable. But I mean, you're looking at, you know, $5-6 on these things. And, you know, they've been very consistent. You've also got a lot of hype on the Gem Knight future hype train out here, where people are kind of expecting this card to interact and be good with that. So it is something in the long term to kind of think about. But what do you guys think about everything? Please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back there in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.